right, so welcome everybody. I'm Shreya, and I have with me today Divya Kakkar. She is a freedom mindset coach, and she helps people live a life of success, growth, and self-reliance. And I must say that is really amazing. And she's out there helping so many people feel better about themselves. So recently came across Divya's work, and I've been working with her myself. And she is so fantastic that I had to invite her here in this group to give us a talk for all of us. So, Divya, could you please share a little bit about yourself and your work?
Thanks a lot, Shreya, for introducing me so beautifully. I am actually a fan of your work, whatever you do over social media, and it's really
Thank you.
amazing. So I'm really excited to be here with your community today. It's really a fun thing to do. Like Shreya introduced me, I'm a freedom mindset coach, and I work with my clients to help them live a life of growth, success, and self-reliance by helping them overcome their mental blocks. So I let people know how they are the creators of their own reality. I am a International Coaching Federation certified wellness coach and a ABNLP, which is American Board of Neuro Linguistic Programming, recognized neuro NLP practitioner. So I've been in this area for almost 2 years now, and prior to this, I was working with the university teaching there. And then I thought that I was really inclined in studying human psychology and helping people deal with their stuck mindset and move towards the freedom mindset. That's how I love putting it. So yes, that's what I do. Thanks
So,
again for having me here.
what do you really mean by a stuck mindset and moving towards a freedom mindset? Like, how does that work?
Okay, a stuck mindset is one where you think that life is happening to you and you don't have control over it. So you think that all the experiences that you are experiencing is a part of destiny or maybe a bigger plan that you have no control of. Once you move towards a freedom mindset, you actually get to know how exactly you are the creator of your reality, how subconscious mind works, how law of attraction works, and the whole thing about the universal things that we keep talking about. So I try to explain that to people, and that is when you get that freedom, because now you're not dependent upon your destiny. Now here is when you can create your own experiences and you become free of all of that. So you become mentally, emotionally, and financially free.
Okay, so mentally, emotionally, and financially. So, so that I think is very, very relevant for us solo women entrepreneurs, because we are I think we are working on all three aspects at all times,
True.
and I think it is many of us do think that it is a challenge to work, to work on our finances, to work on growing our own businesses. So, how does mindset play a role in that?
So mindset, according to me, is the biggest aspect. So I always talk to my clients about this thing that we all have the physical realities out there are all the same. Okay, it's just our subjective experiences of that physical reality which is constant, which creates our reality. So for example, I'll explain it as you go to one place. Okay, if you're a shopaholic person, you go to a shopping mall, you will love that experience, right? If you're socially averse, you go to a shopping mall and people are there, there's a lot of crowd, there's traffic and everything, it becomes all chaotic for you. So this is all about mindset. It is about your subjective experience, and we need to alter what we pick out from that particular thing. So everything is there at all times. It is just our minds which pick up a specific information from there, which is already outside. So it is really important for us to rewire what our subconscious mind picks up from whatever is out there. So that is this whole journey of freedom mindset is all about, that you rewire your subconscious mind for picking up positive things so that you experience positive stuff only.
So, how can we apply this specifically for our businesses and to increase our income?
So okay, we'll begin with the limiting beliefs that we hold, because understand the mind like a fertile ground. Okay, So whatever you sow in this ground will grow. If you sow the seeds of poverty, your mind will multiply on that and it will pick up that from the outside. So once in business, if we are focused on failures, that is what our mind are going to bring to us. So we need to alter the limiting beliefs that we have, because beliefs, actions and results are all related. So whatever we believe in, we take action according to that and we get results according to that. So if we want to change the results, we need to change the beliefs. So by addressing things on a root level, which is the belief, we can change the results that we are getting.
Okay, so what do you really mean by limiting beliefs? I know you're doing a challenge also in
Yes.
on your platform that I've taken part in that. So I mean, I was introduced to this whole concept of limiting beliefs. Could you please talk about it a little bit
Yeah.
here as well?
Sure. So all the beliefs that let me explain it. Like, there are only two kinds of beliefs. One is limiting and one is empowering. Anything that supports your growth is a empowering belief. So let's say if you want to be a millionaire and you say, I believe I can be a millionaire by next year. This is an empowering belief because it is leading you towards growth. On the other hand, if you say, I believe that I'm too young to be a millionaire, okay, so this is going to create a lot of dissonance in your mind, and this is a limiting belief. And this is applicable to all aspects of your life, be it relationships, be it finances, be it emotional emotions. So whenever you are self-sabotaging or you're believing in negative things, it is all constituting limiting beliefs, which is keeping you from reaching where you want to reach.
Uh, are there any specific beliefs that you think that we women generally have, and those are holding us back?
Yes, there are quite a lot of them. So,
Because I'm
this,
asking this because when you had first talked about limiting beliefs in your session,
yes,
I couldn't think of many for myself. So
okay.
then it took me a long time to actually sit down and do all the exercises that you had shared. So
Mhm.
can you share some examples of beliefs that most people would have and that would help them identify some more in themselves?
Yes, definitely. So, there are messages for women which are culturally scripted. So, society has just conditioned us in a manner that we are like, it becomes a truth for us. It's not even a belief; it becomes facts for us. So, some of them are. Have you heard people saying that she's a good woman because she makes a lot of sacrifices?
Yeah.
she's a good
Yes.
she's a good mother. She's always
Yes.
attending to the child's need first. And some of them are like, girls should be quiet girls are nice. um, there are more. So a lady is never loud. Smart girls can be clever but never show how intelligent you are. There are a lot of messages which have been culturally passed on to us by either our parents, by society, by people around us, our peer groups. So even more, like, a woman should stay with her husband no matter what happens. Teaching jobs are great for women.
Yes.
And some more like, what can one expect, she's a woman after all. So I think I've come across almost all of them in my life. And quite even more like, some of us that we have ingrained from our parents' voices are still playing in our head. So there was this client of mine who came with the issue. And when we dwelled into her issue, which was, she is not able to present in front of male bosses. Okay, she's a very eloquent lady. She's really good at communicating with people and everything. But when it comes to presenting in front of male bosses, she goes blank. There is a lot of bodily responses that generate, which do not let her speak out. So when we dwelled deep into her issue, we found there is this thing called submodality in neurolinguistic programming, where you get into the structure of the feeling. So whatever you're feeling has got a structure, okay? So it will have some sounds attached to it. It will have a temperature attached to it. So whenever you're feeling anxiety, um, for most people, the temperature rises in their body. So it's more like that. So what was happening with her is she was hearing her mother's voice, which you won't believe. It said that nice ladies do not speak in front of men, which as a
Oh,
child she interpreted, her subconscious mind interpreted as I should not speak in front of men. And it was even still being played by her subconscious mind until and unless you address those issues at the core. It will keep playing in your life, and the results that you're going to get will be because of these beliefs that you're still holding on to. So it was like from her childhood, but her subconscious had still stored that, and it was playing over and again. So
wow,
there are a lot of beliefs which we have stored, yeah. And it's
wow.
really important for us to address those. Yeah.
So, if
So
the people who are
I
here
had
who are
actually
watching,
written down.
sorry, I lost out on the last part.
So I was saying that for this particular session, I have written down 3 limiting beliefs which we majorly believe in, being
Okay,
working women. Like we literally just believe in these 3.
okay.
Is our
Please, could you
audience
please
with
share that with
us?
us? Yes.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So are you still being able to hear us, people? I Shreya, are we
Hello.
still connected? I can't see you either. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I lost
Okay.
out. I think I my internet got a little unstable again. So, but I'm back. No problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so Divya is going to be sharing with us some limiting beliefs that some very powerful limiting beliefs that she's prepared exclusively for us and how we can work upon it. And in the meanwhile, like if you're watching this session right now, do let us know what are the limiting beliefs that you have heard about. You've heard your parents tell you, the society tell you, or maybe you've assumed them for yourself. So would love to know in the comments also if you have any thoughts of this sort, any of the beliefs that Divya has spoken about. Could you relate to any of them?
So it could be
Or,
regarding your health, it could be about your finances or relationships. Most of the limiting beliefs, like I'll make it easy for people to identify. Most of the limiting beliefs start with I can't, I must not, I should not, and it will be difficult to. Some of those statements that you keep telling yourself.
so
Financial limiting beliefs. Yeah.
the way I have a question here. So since I also work with a lot of solo women entrepreneurs, and a lot of them, they tell me that somewhere they are not very comfortable in starting their own business, or that they would like to start something, but something is holding them back because they feel if they concentrate on their business, then they will not be able to take care of their children. So is
Yes,
that a
yes.
limiting belief?
Yes, exactly. That's a very powerful limiting belief that we need to, identify and crack. Being financially sane will make my family suffer. This is a very
Yeah.
strong limiting belief. Yes. And okay, so before I tell you, like, how to address these limiting beliefs, it is really important to identify. How to identify now? Any area of your life that you're not getting the results that you would want to get, the desired results. So for example, if you're not being able to earn as much as you would like to earn, it's a pretty bet that there's a limiting belief at play. Okay, so pick up that one area. All the people who are listening, pick up that one area of your life where you're not getting your desired results, and then identify what are the negative statements that you've been telling yourself. It could be what is not possible for me, what is difficult for me to do. We have immense potential. All the resources are within us, be it motivation, willpower, growth, anything. It is all inside us. It is us who are limiting ourselves. Only and only us who believe that we're not capable of doing, and it's not always our fault also. It was implanted by somebody else in our minds, like our parents, who always, of course, I don't ask you to doubt their intentions, but that is what they had learned from their parents, and that is what they taught us. So it's really important for us to identify it and now get rid of it if you want to reach where we truly aim to.
Right. So Shweta has shared that one of the limiting beliefs that is to get a stable job is a common limiting belief. Like entrepreneurship, yes, of course, a lot of people feel that
Exactly.
you should have a stable job and a business is not right. Then Khalida is sharing
Yeah,
girls should adjust and be quiet.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
women are expected to compromise all the time.
Exactly. This is what I said no when we began this conversation. These
Yeah.
are few of the most common beliefs that have been passed on, and you won't believe who has passed on this to us. Our own mothers. So they've taught us in a manner that okay, be quiet, because she wanted good for us. Okay, she wanted us to be comfortable and easy and not really take risks, because it's not always good. So all of these. So one that I had written for this particular session is I need to get it right. I need to get it right. This is coming from that imposter syndrome, the need for perfection.
The
Do you
need.
want to know where does this come from? Like
Yes, yes.
as children, so a lot of us, females especially, were told that nice girls, good girls, so we were positively reinforced whenever we did something right, whenever we talked humbly to people, whenever we do namaste, and whenever somebody would come and we'll give them greetings and we'll ask them nice things and talk about their families and everything. So we'll be said, oh, she's a nice girl, oh, she's a very good girl, oh, my good girl, come to me. So whenever one response is connected with a positive reinforcer, that becomes ingrained into our subconscious. We thought that we are getting gifts, so this good girl thing was a gift for us, and doing this we get this gift, doing this we get this gift. So we combined this, and ingrained, it got imprinted in our subconscious minds. So in order for us to address this now, if we want to remove this now, we want to actually go back to the roots. Where did this originate from? Now that we know that it originated when we were children, okay, we need to ask this limiting belief one question: has this served well for me in my growth? Has this belief that I have been holding on to since ages, has it served in my growth? If the answer comes no, we need to ask, what will it take for me to give up on this belief? Okay, so it's more like understand it more like a flowing river. Okay, so water at any time in the river can only be displaced by the waters that flowing. It cannot be taken out altogether, isn't it? You can't just
Yeah.
remove water, it can only be displaced. So it's similar with beliefs. We can replace these limiting beliefs with any empowering belief. We can't delete beliefs altogether. Okay, so once you've identified that this belief is not working for you, identify what is one empowering belief that you want to replace it with. Okay, so it could be something like, I am still a good girl even if I don't agree to everybody. I will still be a good lady if I choose to disagree. I will still be a good lady if I choose to disagree.
Divya, could you repeat that? Sorry, we lost you there for a minute.
Connection.
Divya, could you repeat that? People, are you able to see Divya and me?
Yeah.
Or okay. Divya, you were. I'm sorry,
So
we
yeah,
lost you
I
in
was.
the this thing. You were. Could you just repeat the? How do you change that?
Yeah. Yeah, so I was saying that in order for you to be able to replace a limiting belief, you can't delete it altogether. You can always replace it with an empowering
Yes,
belief. And one could be, I would still be a good girl even if I choose to disagree.
I would still be, even
And
if I choose to disagree. Okay.
yeah, so you need to write your own statements, whatever you feel more connected to. This is all subjective for each one of us. Whatever we have heard from our parents, those exact statements need to be modified and created into an empowering statement, so we can replace it. So the first step I would like to reiterate for the audience here, it would be first identify your limiting beliefs. Second, ask for evidence. Where did you get it from? Third, ask for the positive intention of it being here. What has it helped you do? And now, if you don't need it, you need to replace it. Four steps: identification. Second, you ask for evidence. Where did it come from? Third, is it serving you now or not? And fourth, replace it with an empowering belief.
I
And
hope
you,
everybody is writing this down. Or no problem. We'll have a recording of this in the group. You can always look at it again.
yes, yes. And
Yeah, all right.
finally, what you need to do is you need to create an affirmation out of it. So this one positive statement becomes an affirmation for you that you can read for at least 21 days to be, taken by your subconscious mind now. This new
Wow.
statement.
Wow. Wow. Does anybody have any questions for Divya? Please let us know if you have any questions for Divya so that we can, we'll take them eventually. Anyway, Divya, you had mentioned more. There are more limiting beliefs.
Yes, yes. So there are more regarding wealth and decisions of wealth. Okay, so one is I am not smart enough. Okay, I am not smart
Yeah,
enough.
that's
Even if
very
we
good.
think that we are smart, but subconsciously or unconsciously, for financial decisions, we are always depending on our male partners, on our male parent, and on our brothers. Now, where is this one coming from? So have you heard people say घर के पैसों के decisions, घर के financial decisions मर्द लेते हुए अच्छे लगते हैं? Have you heard people saying that? I've heard that quite often. In Haryana,
Or
it happens quite a lot.
yes, yes, a
Yeah.
variation of it.
Yeah, so all the financial decisions must be taken by the male members of the house. So it actually, we interpreted as children, or whenever we actually took this limiting belief inside our systems, we actually interpreted it like I am not smart enough and I must rely on somebody else's decisions for me. So it could, and then we start applying it in all aspects of our life. We depend on people to take decisions for us, and then we can't begin with our businesses. We think that job is a good thing to do. Why? Because our parents think that way, our spouses feel that way. So it becomes really difficult for us to actually take decisions for ourselves, and then we think that, oh, will it even be right and everything. So we want that validation from somebody else. We always seek validation from outside. Happens a lot with women. And with a few clients that I work with, it was happening quite a lot, and they just could not take their own decisions. And that is why I say towards a freedom mindset, where you take all your decisions with full freedom and you're empowered to do so.
Wow, wow, that really is empowering. It really, I mean, imagine if you don't have to second guess yourself at all at every stage. If you're
Yes,
not doubting yourself at every stage, and if you're not waiting for somebody else to give you their approval,
validate that.
so that you
Yes.
have the confidence to go ahead. Yeah, wow.
Right. So because our mothers were doing that, and we take a lot of things from our mothers, we pick a lot of behaviors and values from our mothers. So our mothers were always asking our fathers to do something or not. Our sisters were asking people, and then we also started doing that. So there's a funny incident. I would just like to quote here. It's very funny. So there are two kids who come to my house, and they're neighbor kids. Both of them are girls. So there's this girl who is 8 years, and the little one is 3 years old. Okay. So there was this eve of Raksha Bandhan, right? So some relatives of that had come to their home and gave money to the elder one, and she denied that I don't want money because her mother had taught that, no. So she didn't take that money, and this young girl also was offered money, and she denies, I don't want money, okay. And then they went, their relatives, and then this young child, she actually slapped her elder sister, and she said, you don't take money and you don't let me take money ever, like you keep making rules that I don't want to follow. And I was like really astounded that we are all doing it unconsciously. Like people are making rules for us and we just don't want to follow. And we need to break it right now. She wanted money and it's okay. So,
Wow.
so that's actually happening with us. In some years, she will learn to, do all of this, which we actually don't want to do, but end up doing because
End
somebody
of it.
taught us to do that. Yeah.
Wow, this is so deep, and then it also makes you question as to what kind of limiting beliefs are you, as parents, instilling in children.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and that too unconsciously, I'm sure as
Exactly.
parents, you wish the best, but you might be saying
Exactly.
things to your children which will in the future become a limiting belief for them.
Yes, yes, yes.
Wow.
Exactly. So it's their intention is all positive, but eventually ends up, affecting us and our abilities to reach our highest potential. So we need to address all of them right now.
Wow. Super. Super.
So, by the
Divya,
way,
this was.
Shreya, yeah,
Yeah.
I am also doing a free webinar on three subconscious secrets towards success tomorrow. Maybe if the audience is really interested, they can just register. I'll type that in the comment section, the link for
Yes,
them
you
to be
might.
able to
Please do share the
yeah.
link so that this thing. And Divya, Shweta is asking, a positive mindset or freedom mindset is quite difficult to maintain. How do we, on a day-to-day basis, work on it?
Okay, yeah. So, see, this is again a limiting belief. I would say that it's not really easy to hold on to that mindset. Our subconscious mind has been holding on to negative beliefs so easily, isn't it? So again, it will be easy for us to hold on to these positive beliefs also, just if we learned how to rewire our subconscious mind. So it's not really difficult. It is as easy as breathing. Our subconscious mind is doing it all automatically. It is capable of doing that. It's just that we need to pluck out those seeds that we have wrongly placed and put in those seeds that we want to grow now. Okay. And for that, affirmations and visualizations come in very, very handy. Okay, so I have created vision boards for my clients who actually put up pictures of their liking. So for example, you want to have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, very simple example. Okay, so your mind is right now thinking in a very negative direction that I will never have that 1,000 YouTube subscribers and everything. So you need to actually show your mind how will it feel like once you have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And for it has to see some images, it has to hear some things, because that is how things are stored into the mind, either as audios or as videos or as feelings. So what you can do is I will share a vision board template that I have created, and you can put in images that you want to see yourself like 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line. It could be a travel thing, it could be finances or anything, and you download this vision board for yourself, and before sleeping, look at this every day. Look at this vision board every day, and your
Wow.
subconscious mind will now absorb it and will be rewired automatically to bring you things that you truly want.
Wow, thank you.
Okay,
That's a great tip.
I'll
That's
again
a great
share
tip.
that link for the gifts, this vision board. I'll send that also.
So there's another question, Divya. Khalida's asking, what do we do when we make any financial or any other mistakes and then self-doubt or rely on someone else to take up those decisions? If it somehow leads to limiting our own selves.
Can you please repeat that for me, Shreya?
What do we do when we make any financial or any other mistakes and then self-doubt or rely on somebody else to take those decisions?
Okay. Okay, so did we make a goal chapati in the first go? We didn't, right? And uh, have you seen children? When they make mistakes, do they just kill themselves for doing it? No, right? They're very much okay with making mistakes. They are ready to learn. They fall and then get up again. They make hell lot of mistakes, but they're not really guilty or feel regret about it. Why? Because they know that it is not actually a mistake, it is learning. So there are no mistakes in life, it is only lessons. So even our male counterparts did not make it the things right in the first go. They also learned it. We can also learn it. So it is not exactly a mistake. It is just a progress, I would like to say. So we need to reframe our statements quite a lot because so we can say something like, okay, I have learned that this doesn't lead me to the right way, and now I will try another way to do it.
So I have something to add here, and very coincidentally, it's it's the anniversary of one of the largest financial mistakes that I have made. Okay, so
Okay.
I last year at this very time I was traveling to Russia. I was on a vacation with my family, and and I was careless, and my wallet got stolen, and
Okay.
my debit cards got misused to the tune of 3 lakh rupees,
Oh.
and I haven't got the money back. So I've done whatever it is with the banks and all of that, and uh, I realized that I just because I was with family, I was very relaxed, and I thought that they'll take care of me, and
Yes,
like
yes.
everything would be like, "ठीक है," I don't have to take care of things myself. The other people are there, and and it was so costly. I lost out on my wallet. I lost out on 3 lakh rupees. My debit cards got stolen, uh, and but that I'm hoping for another opportunity to go out again as soon as COVID is
Yes,
over.
yes, absolutely. Like your life doesn't get stuck when you make a mistake or something. Like you always look forward, right? So you've learned what not to do, and it's actually a growth. Life is all a journey, you know. Even if okay, so if I say that you reach one goal, like whatever you want with your life and everything, you reach that goal. Will you be satisfied? There'll
No,
be
there's
another
always
goal.
something else.
There's always something else. So it's all a journey, and we should learn how to enjoy the journey. How should we, enjoy the process? So it's all learning.
Yeah, so even for us, our entrepreneurs, it would start with, okay, I have to start earning minimum 20,000 rupees a month. As
Yes,
soon as you
yes,
hit that, you increase the benchmark for yourself. Okay, I have to start hitting 50,000 rupees a month. As soon as
yes,
you hit
right.
that suddenly, like there'll be a new level to reach. 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs. So there's no end to it. Great, great.
Exactly,
Thank you so
exactly.
much, Divya.
So
And
yes,
please let me know if there are any more questions. Then we'll take that. Otherwise, we've actually overshot the time that we had planned for the session. But no problems. By the way,
I'll
guys,
share this.
Divya is running a challenge, a 5-day challenge in her group that I'm taking part in, and that's all around working on your negative beliefs and how do you deal with them. So do you can join that challenge. Divya, could you share the link to your group so that people could join that?
Yeah, okay. Sure, sure, sure.
And And if you have any more questions about this, you can reach out to her directly. And if you're seeing this recording later on, I mean, you can still you can still reach out to her, and for any questions, or even if you want to get into any of her coaching programs.
I'll just share that link with the audience here, the vision boards that I was talking about again. So you can create, or excuse me for this. So okay, you can create your vision board I have shared the vision board templates. I've also shared some of the journaling prompts. Okay, the link I've shared in the chat. You can just download those, and if you're not being able to do that, you can just write to me on Messenger. You can just send me a text.
Wow, thank you so much. This is I'm going to download this in a bit myself. So thank you so much, Divya, for being here and being so generous and sharing all of these gifts with us.
Thanks a
And
lot for having me here.
and let's see. We could do like a more detailed session on this sometime later. And
Definitely.
if anybody has any questions, please reach out to Divya, and you guys can take it on from there. Thank you so much for being here, Divya.
Thanks a lot, Shreya.
All right. So, all right, guys, we're gonna sign off now. Take care, all of you, and we'll be doing more such sessions in the future. So, please, it would be great if all of us can get together and participate in them. All right. So, take care, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.